In my room I have a picture of Beaver Island. It's a map of the island, of the trip that I've led here at Black River before. On the board I have kind of a rough outline of it. But on that map in my room, it says that there is a scale, that 2 inches equals 1 mile. We're obviously not going to be able to fit the entire island on one picture, so they have scaled it down, but they've done so in a way that the actual is similar to this map. So we can take ideas of similarity and apply it to that map of Beaver Island. Now 2 inches equals 1 mile. If I take a look at the actual map, I notice that from the ferry to our campground is 14 inches about. Now that should give me an idea of how far it actually is on the island itself. So when we get to the ferry, how many miles are we going to have to travel in order to get to our campground? Well, we know right now that 2 inches is equivalent to 1 mile. We also know that on the map it says from the ferry to the campground it's 14 inches. Knowing those 3 pieces of information should be enough to help us figure out our 4th piece of information. Notice how I've set this up. I've put 2 inches with 1 mile because they go together. It says so on the map that that's the scale. I've also put 2 inches with 14 inches because this is dealing with a map, this is dealing with a map. This is an actual, and when we figure this out, it will be an actual. So everything in here is set up so that they are going together. There's a relationship that I can see between the inches and the inches, and you probably see it too. That is called our scale factor. We can see that 2 became 14. So if it grew by 7 times, that means our denominator has to grow by 7 times as well. That's how similarity works. If something is increased by a scale factor, everything is increased by that scale factor. 1 mile times 7 shows us that the distance from the ferry to our campground is 7 miles. You can set this proportion up in a variety of ways, as long as the units stay together. So I could have said 2 inches became 1 mile. These can go together because we know that that is the map scale. We could put the 14 inches here because inches is still going with inches, miles is still going with miles. Now we see our scale factor in a different place, but it's still the same value. We're increasing 7 times, 1 mile is increasing 7 times to give us that same answer of 7 miles.